Hello, everybody. This is Stacey for the Happy Huddle with Erika. What is it you were just doing?
Oh, it's a chant by Isha Chants. It's an app that I have. And it's kind of my cup of coffee and glass of wine all wrapped up in one little moment. Best way to describe it.
I didn't stop her because it's so beautiful. We were preparing and I'm trying to get live on Facebook.
We're so busy.
And it's not working. But I love that you can stay in that chant even if things are going crazy.
Well,
and there's
I'm
a cat in the
nervous,
box.
And there's a cat in the box. And I've never done this before. And I thought, how am I going to get this?
So here we are. We're live on Happy Huddle.
Hi, everybody.
And hi, Josie. And we are today, Erika is my hairdresser. I have known her I'm not able to get on Facebook Live, everyone, sorry, but we'll just have to post it later. And I've known Erika for over 15 years. Okay, you can't tell that she has my hair right now because I was up till 2 in the morning and you got like mom hair, don't care.
Love it.
You make me look fabulous every day. Thank you.
I count the weeks in between.
Carly Cakes, hi, good morning. So we are talking today about Erika's been doing my hair for 15 years, and I got to tell you we've talked a lot over the last 15 years about our ability, just finding ourselves and how we navigate through our crazy, crazy life. And we've learned so much. We're born only 2 days apart, which is so crazy.
We're like hours apart.
Right, exactly, like 48
hours.
Yeah. Because that's 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
That's okay. So anyway, so every time I sit in the chair and we talk, she has just so much great stuff to talk about and so much great stuff to give me and advice. And she's gone through a lot and I've gone through a lot. And so I decided this morning we were just going to do mom conversation, trying to find ourselves in between, trying to find the other shoe or the blankie or trying to lose 15 pounds in the next hour.
The car keys.
Where
are they?
All the time. No, I'm telling you.
We got all the minutes back from, where's my car keys?
The other day, I got in the car with the kids and I got really, really mad. And I threw a pack of gum at Barry because I was so mad. This is real. And the kids were like, Mom, I apologize. And actually it turned out to be a really great thing because we talked about mom was in the red zone and how do you get down. And they totally talked me out of the red zone. They watched me apologize to Barry. So it was good. But anyway, the point is, what was the point? Oh, I said, I can't find my keys. I'm so frustrated. And my 4-year-old said, well, you couldn't find your keys the other day and the day before and you weren't as frustrated. I'm like, clearly there's a pattern. Yeah. So anyway, so we are just talking about how we're navigating through, because Erika and I both have gotten to this really amazing place where even if we get frustrated, grumpy, can't find our keys, throw a pack of gum at our husband, we recover much more quickly, right?
Yes.
I'm not on here to say, oh my God, I'm happy all the time. And you too, you can be too. Hey, Laura. And this is about real life and how we recover in real life, like throwing gum.
Right.
So what's your tip? I mean, clearly, if you didn't catch the early part of this, you were doing your...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so going through life, serving your family, and then my job being in the service industry, there's for me, a lot of output of devotional energies towards making sure someone else is happy.
So Erika's a hairdresser, if you missed that part.
And in my job, I get a lot of gratification because they can come in frazzled and, sweaty, top knot, and they leave so much happier.
Oh, always.
We both have to sit and stare in a mirror, not liking what we're seeing, but by the time they leave and when they stand up, off they go. So I have a very gratifying job of being able to watch someone navigate through becoming happier and then leaving my salon into how they're going to fight through whatever the world is about to throw at them.
Like even something as small as transforming, like of just getting your hair done. And we know that. And we don't mean to make that sound trite, but really it's more than just getting your hair done. It's the effort you're giving to yourself and the connection you're having.
It's self-care. It's
Yep.
allowing yourself to be vulnerable with someone else, maybe sharing a little something, being touched by someone else. And, it just taking that time for yourself. And luckily in my job, your hair grows. So you're forced to take the time to do it again if you want that one specific color to stay fresh. So
if you don't want those grays to show up.
And so I love my job, so I have no problems there. Being happy in your job and what you're chosen to do in your life, I think is paramount if it brings you joy. I've been doing this since preschool. I still run into my preschool teacher in Vaughn's in Camarillo, and she's like, I knew you'd be a hairdresser. That's
were you like cutting people's hair with scissors?
No, they had a dryer and curlers.
Yeah.
And I had a little friend. She had the most beautiful straight hair, and I was just braiding and putting her up in rollers.
Oh, that's so
and I'm
cute.
like, and every day, that's what I did. Preschool. It was destiny.
Destiny. Were you giving them advice in preschool too, as you were doing their curlers?
Like bossing them around. And,
yeah.
I don't know. I think
they were complaining about.
I was quite feisty. When we're little, when we're 4, that's the girl that we should hold on to, and we lose her somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
She's just gone. What is it? It's like I remember the day that she was just.
I think so much of our life is trying to get back to that person that we were and born, and that we were deconstructed, and now we're trying to reconstruct ourselves.
Get rid of what you've gathered and grab her back.
I'm trying to raise kids that don't need therapy later. Do you think that's possible?
You can only do so much with this era. I have people who had the greatest parents. I wanted their parents. I want to live at their house. They had to kick me out and be like, send her home. And, college got the best of her, or relationships got the best of her. And it's like, everybody's going to need a little therapy.
So tell me, what is your tips on, like, right now, Erika's one of the happiest people that I know. And again, not perfect, navigating through, tired, yes.
Busy.
We're all busy.
I am pretty happy right now. I have to say, a happy hairdresser is not entertaining. I think I could hold my audience when I was complaining and in and out of the stupidest relationships and hot drama mess. And now I've started watching The Bachelor, so I have something to talk about. I can't do The Bachelor. It gives me itchy teeth.
Yeah.
It gives me itchy teeth.
I don't even know what that means.
I watch it the whole time. I'm just like, my neck disappears. I'm like, who watches this show?
But you need it, so you have something to talk about. You need to talk about other people's drama. I used to watch The Real Housewives, and I do that because it just made me feel better. Like, well, at least I'm not doing that. At least I'm not talking about my friend that way, but I talk about them that way. And I swear I would do all this like self-improvement, but until I gave up watching those shows and reading those magazines and trying to use them as a step up.
Yeah, well, yes. And we do that in our friendships. We'll downgrade, we want to fix this person. I've spent a lot of time trying to dim myself for someone who's not happy, so I don't appear
to overshine. Yeah.
And you give that away so much, and so many years of that, whether it's a family member or a girlfriend. And I'm drawn to strong, capable women, and there's a little moment of competition or comparison that comes up, and I've been guilty, and
it's gonna come up.
I know.
And you know what I do when I see somebody, and this is the greatest tip I've ever gotten, but hold on one second, because Leah just joined, and we need to say, happy birthday, Leah.
Leah.
I love that you're spending your birthday with us. Happy birthday. We love you.
Happy birthday.
Leah, can you just give us one tip about how you're feeling and what makes you happier on your birthday today? Just write it in.
No, I'm just kidding.
She is 12 at heart. Oh, I don't want to be 12 again.
Oh, that's a rough one.
So, I was going to say one of my favorite tips learning that I got was when you see somebody that you're a little bit envious of, I got to tell you, I used to be like, oh God, why? There must be something wrong with them. And now I just say, I'll have what she's having. Hello, universe. Whatever,
perfect.
Whatever she's got, whatever I think she's got. Because by the way, so much of what we do is we think that they have is not even what they have, right? And you know that from a lot of people sitting in your chair. And I work with a lot of beautiful women who have a lot of dispensable income, and we think, oh my gosh, they have got it. They've got the perfect life. They've got the perfect life, and I wish I had what they had. Yeah. But it's not always true, right?
No. And luckily in my job, you know, they're safe enough. It'll come out, which is great, you know, because I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and you just get a better grasp on what's out there and who's going through what and how many doors you'd have to knock on to find that, the perfect family. And the perfect family door, that is a temporary status. It's you got to roll with the punches. And one thing about being a mom is your kids will just change the lanes so fast on you. Those gears need to change with it. And I remember being a single woman, someone would just cancel in the middle of the day, and I literally didn't know what to do with this 3-hour block.
Like before kids or during?
Before kids.
Okay.
You'd have your day completely dialed. Like, I'm going to be working from 9 to 7. And then you've got this 3-hour gap, and I would become kind of like
paralyzed.
Because I didn't know how to change that gear into this surprise. And kids.
Now you know what to do with that 3 hours.
Surprise.
Now you're like, if I only had 3 more hours, please let someone cancel because I've got 10.
I would give 3 hours. And then what do you do in 3 hours when you get it? You don't, because I know you, but I will it away doing something so stupid.
Facebook scrolling.
Stupid.
Here's a question. Yeah. How do you deal with fake happy people?
Okay.
But what does that mean?
So
how do you know that they're fake happy people?
I mean, people are pretty intuitive. You can see authenticity. If you're someone who can recognize authenticity, you can.
You know what I'm more interested in is, why does that trigger you?
That particular person? Or
no, the person asking the question. Because
do you avoid it? That's the question.
So people on Instagram show these perfect pictures, and it's hard not to be envious. So, okay, let's talk about that a little bit, about perfect. So first of all, the one lesson I want to teach my kids, 1,000,000%, if I walk away with nothing else before I die, is you cannot change anything about what other people do, what they post, what it looks like. Yeah. The only thing you have control over is your reaction.
Your response.
Is your response.
To that fake person.
What? Right? Whether it's fake.
Whether just your response thinking it's fake.
Like, here's the question. Maybe. So you see a post on Instagram where they have this perfect, happy family, right? And you know they are fighting and ripping hair out. Or like me, you think I got it all going on, and I'm throwing gum at my husband like the other morning. So, but it isn't about, being perfect. I know many people who are so unhappy, but they're fake happy, and they show their life as happy. So here's the thing. And you know what you say? You know how you respond to that? I bless you. I really hope that you navigate that and you can figure out what's going on for you. But really the only thing that you need to work on is yourself, and why that's a reaction to you. Because why does it matter that they're showing great pictures even though their life isn't great?
This has come up in the salon where they've talked about, I'm friends with this person, and they just keep posting their diet and their workout and their abs, and that says more about you and how you're triggered on what maybe, and every trigger is a chance to delve in and figure out what that response is about. It's usually fear-based.
Yeah, why does it I'm more interested in why it's bothering us.
It triggers you.
Than fixing.
It's fear.
Right.
To me, if you dial everything down, I started out with learning from someone who taught Course in Miracles, and it felt like I was raised with an arsenal of fear and love-based goggles. Think don't, you have one different contact in the other so you can see everything. It's like we kind of, I don't know. So when somebody's reacting like that, it's like if they just ask themselves, what am I afraid of?
Yeah, because why does it bother you so much
That a stranger
that
is appearing perfect in other people's eyes. What does that matter? Why would you?
Because by the way, I have it too.
We do it all. We all do it. We all
do it. We all judge. But the reality is that why does it bother? I think for me, I run a mom's group, and moms tell me they're upset because their life is not great. So here's the thing. We have to stop comparing ourselves to other people, period.
But aren't we ingrained as females when we hit puberty to start being competitive to attract a male? It's like ingrained in how our synapses grow, right? And our hormones blast. But as an older mom who's now done her child rearing, are we glitched in being 100%, that, right?
We're totally
and we're
glitched.
Older moms. We're
more mature moms. The reality is that it isn't about those other people, and it isn't about them looking purple and fake happy purple. Yeah, don't let them look purple. Why?
Just don't look purple.
Why? So why did I come to purple? Like, again, like, anyway, the point is
not purple.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So what we need to do is focus on celebrating imperfection. Like, by the way, if you could see what a hot mess my house is right now, like, and how long we took to make this look like it's perfect, but it isn't.
So much Scotch tape.
There's a lot, not on us,
I can't,
but on the phone. Don't. To get that angle, which isn't really even that great of an angle. But again, what we want to do and what you want to tell your mom's group is think about what that triggers in you, and don't surround yourself with people that you think are fake. Like, surround yourself with like-minded people. Stop following those people who look fake. Like, it's out there. It's out there. We can't change all those people that want to show that they have this perfect life, even if they don't. All we can do is change our response to it, okay? And so it is out there. It is a lot of people looking, and trust me, I get it. I see all those perfect bodies and workouts, but look I don't follow the Instagrams of the people who have the perfect body and have the perfect diet. You know who I follow? The people, if I'm trying to lose weight, which I'm always am, is I follow the people that have the success stories. They have the before and they have their after. Not the people who don't show their before, or not the people who show their messy house, or not the people who don't show that they're crying. Those are the people I surround myself with. And as somebody who is around other people, or they're asking, saying, why are these people doing that? Don't worry about that. Don't spend time trying to fix other people, because and the self-awareness that people are posting and having feeds that aren't totally real is amazing. Now just focus on, that's their gig. That's their life.
They could be possibly selling something for their own sake.
Sure.
Right? They're selling something on their page and putting it out there for their own personal reasons. And if they want to whitewash it and sparkle it and bunny ear it or whatever they want to do, that's them. Put your energies towards a real person in your real circle, building your village with authentic people, and who,
we don't know what their motivation is, or what they're trying to cover up. I mean, in reality, most people who are posting that it's perfect are hiding and they're hurting. I mean, the reality is everybody's got crap. Everybody's got problems. Nobody has it perfect. And your only the best advice, or the best thing that I can tell you that I do and that you do, or that we're trying to do, is just don't look at those things, because they're out there. You can't change them. And
do you know how many times I have declined an invitation or stayed behind because I didn't feel like I was close enough to perfect? There's so many times that you're so worn out, you're so tired, you've been giving all day, and you've been wanting that invitation to that Christmas party or that dinner party with a client that you're not in their circles. You got the invite, right? That meant the world to you. You don't have no idea what you're going to speak about. They've got education up to here, vocabulary, and I don't even know, I haven't even turned on the television or picked up a newspaper. No idea what I'm going to speak to these scholars
You don't feel
about,
worthy.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not even that, just how am I going to make conversation?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll start with, my shoes are all scuffed, I don't know what to wear. Right? I don't like how thick my middle is, they're all so thin, and you just keep going into that. I don't have a college degree. How can I stand there? I'm just a hairstylist. I will come up with 1,000 different things
to not go. Now, will you go?
I go, but I'm tired and it taxes me. So it takes a lot for me to go into a realm where I don't know how much I'm going to get back. So if it's a safe environment where I can kind of sit and do a one-on-one, I'm still struggling with that. And the invitation or the inclusion into circles that you don't run in. And right now, we're too busy to run in any circle. We're running circles around our house. We're just running circles. I mean, we just went to dinner.
Just might have been a year ago, by the way.
2 months ago.
When did we go 2 months ago?
We went to dinner once. I've known her.
With our men?
With our men.
That was like 8 months ago.
We've been talking about this dinner. We've been talking about this dinner for, how old were we when we met? Like
15 years ago.
15 years.
But yeah, we've
been
13.
Talking about this dinner for 15 years. We've been talking about our book. We've been talking about our wellness center. We've been talking about getting our kids together to go play in water. We happened to end up at the same park one day, literally one time.
But it's about being intentional. And what I loved is I said, "Hey, you want to come on the huddle?" And she's like, "Yep." I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Yep. Let's just do it.
So
Laura just said that she was taught to not share her dirty laundry, but there's a balance. And so it's not like we want everybody on Instagram to be showing their dirty laundry, literally, or their burnt dinner, or their fight with their husband, and there's a balance. And so I feel like I follow feeds of people that I'm going to learn something, or it is going to inspire me, or it is going to be pretty, or it is going to, I'm not going to follow the people who are super miserable, because there are those people too. And so, bye UK, have a good dinner, but this will be on Instagram and Facebook later, so you can watch the rest. Thanks for joining us. Mother's love. Mwah. So anyway, I think I love that question that you gave us. I think it is really, really important to not get sucked into other people's lives. You don't know the motivation. You don't know why they're posting that. You don't know whether they are or aren't miserable. You know what you can do is just look for the feeds that inspire you, and don't try to change anybody. All you can do is change your response to it. And it's funny, something that is always sticking in my head is Abraham Hicks says, people would rather be right than happy. And you'd rather feel right than you'd rather feel happy. And that sometimes is so true, right? You watch that feed and you're like, well, I want to tell them, that they're wrong for doing what they're doing. Well, why? It doesn't have anything to do with them. You don't need to do anything about them except stop following them and stop watching their feed, because it's really none of your business. And if it bugs you, then turn your attention somewhere else.
Well, you gotta check into why it's bugging you, and why you keep going back to be bothered.
Yeah.
Honestly, because there's people you just keep following that same person that irritates you.
Yeah.
You don't want to see them in their swimsuit on that beach anymore. And why you keep doing that?
And why does it bother you?
And why does their happiness or their health or their dialing their life in or exposing them their own selves triggering that in you?
Because it's fake. Because they think that as soon as they stop, take the camera off, they're miserable people. But again, who cares?
Get to know people and find out that the most perfect one is not.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what time it is. Do you
I
know
don't
what time?
either. Or we're just blabbering on it.
Oh,
like
yeah, we have 5 more minutes. I told you
Okay,
it
so what do
flies
you want to
by.
talk about? What is the purpose of this right now?
We're just going to decide that with 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
It's just for us to tell moms, like, what's your greatest tip right now for, connecting with your kids?
My greatest tip right now with my kids is music. And we had a really tricky one week, and it was one of those where I wasn't ready for them to be this grown up. I've got a 13-year-old and a 9-year-old. Everything was shaken down, and it felt like they both crossed over at the same time from like childhood innocence into being off in the world, and I can't protect them every single moment.
I'm not ready.
And I stripped everything away. I said, I don't want any searching. I don't even want to ask Comcast to turn on a show, like nothing. And we just put on Bohemian Rhapsody, and I told them to sing it as best that they could with the most intensity that they have while connecting to each other and me. And we just made eye contact and turned it up Friday night, sang at the top of our lungs, with vibrato, and just poured ourselves into it. It was the best therapy I've ever just spontaneously come up with. And that seems to be my go-to.
I love that.
Music.
I think my go-to is, or something that happened this week is to be really real in front of my kids. So I was super stressed out. If you missed the beginning of this, I got really stressed out. I was late. I couldn't find my keys. Dashiell had asked, I was taking the both to school, and Dashiell had asked for gum. And then I get really stressed out because I know that's one of his tools. He has special needs, and it's one of the tools. I should have it available all the time. So I told Barry, run in the house, get me a pack of gum. He came out. He handed it to me through the window. And I was like, this is empty. And I threw it back at him. And my kids in the back seat were like, oh, Mommy, what are you doing? Daddy, we're so sorry.
Like, you have horns coming out of your ears.
But it was so great because I drove away and I said, you guys, Mommy is in the red zone. And that was not very nice. So I'm super real with them. And I'm super real, showing them I'm human. That was not cool. I have impulse control problems, like my 7-year-old. I said, Mommy has trouble controlling that too. What do I do now? And my 7-year-old said, Mommy, you are in the red zone and you need to get down into the green zone. I said, what do I do?
Like some shark fin thing at school. I don't know.
No. What he said is, Mommy, you need to put on yoga music.
Oh, yeah.
And so I said, okay, because they know I meditate. So I put on some yoga music, and he was like, and he sat in the back and he's like, Mama. He doesn't even know it. He was doing that.
I was doing when we started.
And the 4-year-old, God bless him, said, Mommy, to get in the green zone, you need to look at things that are green. And he said, there's a green tree.
Oh,
there's a green tree.
That is the cutest
there's a green.
perspective ever. I'm going to cry.
Right? Like, just notice what's around you.
Oh.
And so I am telling you, that is my greatest go-to. If you take nothing away, be real in front of your kids. Don't care about whether you're real or not on Instagram, or who isn't or it is not, but you are modeling for your children how to be a human being, and it's not to be a perfect human being. And I could have told them, be quiet, listen to yourself in the back, I'm just mad at Daddy. No, I needed to process through that. And then I got on the phone in the car and called my husband from the car with the kids, and I said, I want you guys to hear me apologize to Daddy and say, I'm sorry. Clearly, I need to stop losing my keys and not be stressed out. But there were a lot of stuff going on, and we all get there. I don't have it perfectly. I don't handle it always well, but recovering. And that's what this huddle is about. Every Friday, we show up from 9 to 9:30 because we're just learning and practicing tools. Honestly, this is like my therapy, whether you show up.
Bravo for you.
Well, it works. It totally works. So
yeah. Thanks for having me.
You're going to come back.
I'm coming back.
I know. She was nervous, but I tell people once they come on, they want to do it again. So if anybody wants to be on with me and talk about being a mom, trying to, or you don't even have to be a mom. You're just trying to navigate your way through finding your purpose in life, a happier life. I absolutely would love to have you, and we can just talk about how you are navigating life. Like I said, trying to lose 10 pounds in an hour and trying to find that other shoe and your keys. God.
It's been half an hour.
Am I gone?
Did I lose 5 pounds?
No. You look like you did, though.
I know. It's the filter you put on this.
Isn't that good?
Fantastic.
See, if you just do that a little. Let's see if we. Oh, I slouched too, because I'm real. Anyway, It was super fun to have you guys. Please come back. Join me at Happier by Minute on Instagram. Follow me. I'm over 8,000 followers.
That is incredible. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
These would be concepts in a salon chair that no one would take to fruition with this gal.
It's a journey. Okay, Leah finally answered what her
Leah!
secret to happiness is on her birthday. Surround yourself with the best people and look forward to making goals for the next year.